With just seconds remaining on the clock, a loose ball rolls across the hardwood at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. Alex Condon, the 6'11" kid from Western Australia, dives on the floor to secure possession and seal Florida's first national championship in 18 years.
Alex Condon hits the deck, secures it. Time expires on the Houston Cougars, and utter elation for the Florida Gators. They are the 2025 national champions.
From Perth to the pinnacle of American college basketball, how did a talented Aussie who was considering a career in AFL end up cutting down the nets on college basketball's biggest stage? Let's rewind and follow the remarkable journey of Alex Condon. Alex was born on July 25, 2004 in Perth, Western Australia, where he attended Howe School and showed promise in both basketball and Australian rules football. His father Damien played Aussie rules for East Fremantle in the WAFL, and for a while it seemed like Alex might follow in his footsteps. In fact, he was considered a top prospect for the 2022 AFL draft. But basketball ultimately won his heart. Alex made the decision to focus solely on hoops and enrolled at the Basketball Australia Centre of Excellence at the Australian Institute of Sport, the same program that has produced countless Aussie basketball talents. During his time at the Centre of Excellence, Condon competed in the NBL1, averaging 6.9 points and 6 rebounds in his first season.
Straight into the hands of Alex Condon.
Before improving to 11.4 points and 8.8 rebounds in his second year. These promising performances caught the attention of college scouts, leading to his commitment to the University of Florida. Condon's freshman season with the Florida Gators in 2023-24 showed glimpses of his potential. He averaged 7.7 points, 6.4 rebounds, and 1.3 blocks per game. Solid numbers that earned him a spot in the SEC All-Freshman team, but it was only a taste of what was to come. As Alex entered his sophomore year, expectations were high. Now firmly established as a starter, the 2024-25 season would prove to be his breakout campaign. The Gators got off to a hot start with Condon showing immediate improvement. In just the second game of the season against Jacksonville, he delivered a near-perfect performance. 7 for 7 from the field, including 2 3-pointers,
Condon from the logo,
and 7 from 12 from the free throw line for a total of 23 points. The Aussie big man was starting to make his presence felt.
Condon, nice move.
The Gators' momentum continued into November and December, with Condon becoming more consistent on both ends of the floor. Against Virginia on December 4th, he put together one of his most complete performances. 7 of 8 from the field, including a 3-pointer.
Condon 3.
Good for 19 points to go along with 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Florida dominated Virginia, 87-69, and Alex was right at the center of all of it.
Condon inside off the feed from Clayton.
By Christmas, the Gators had compiled an impressive 13-0 record, with Condon averaging around 11 points and 8 rebounds per game. His ability to stretch the floor with the occasional 3-pointer was making him a difficult matchup for opposing centers.
Condon, again, another 3.
The conference schedule began with a tough assignment, a road trip to Kentucky. Despite Condon's 10 rebounds, Florida suffered their first loss of the season, 106-100. But the Gators bounced back quickly. In their next game against Tennessee, Alex grabbed 12 rebounds as Florida dominated 73-43. Like any team in a competitive conference, the Gators faced some challenges midway through the season. After starting 17-1, they lost to Missouri at home by a single point, 83-82.
And this will end it. Mizzou knocks off the number 5.
This is where we saw Alex's mental toughness. Rather than dwelling on the defeat, he responded with one of his best defensive performances of the season against Texas, recording 4 steals, 12 rebounds, in an 84-60 win.
He's made a huge play on each. Love the energy from Alex.
If there was one game that put Alex Condon on the NBA draft radar, it was the road clash with Alabama on March 5th. In a hostile environment, against one of the SEC's premier programs, Condon exploded for 27 points on 9 of 16 shooting, including 2 of 4 from the 3-point range. He also added 10 rebounds in the 99-94 victory, a performance that had many draft analysts scrambling to update their boards. This wasn't just a good game, it was a statement. Alex Condon wasn't just a role player on a good team, he was becoming a star in his own right.
Clayton, another lob and another one-handed jam for Condon.
By the time March rolled around, Florida had compiled a 27-4 record and secured a high seed in both the SEC tournament and the NCAA tournament. In the SEC tournament, the Gators rolled through Missouri and Alabama before defeating Tennessee in the final, with Condon contributing 13 points and 9 rebounds in the championship game.
And immediately they go into Condon. Yep.
The NCAA tournament journey began with a comfortable win over Norfolk State, with Alex posting 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. The second round brought a much tougher challenge, defending national champion Connecticut. In a nail-biter, Florida edged UConn 77-75 to advance to the Sweet 16.
Florida survives.
The Gators continued their impressive run by defeating Maryland in the Sweet 16 and Texas Tech in the Elite 8, setting up a Final Four showdown with Auburn, a team they had already beaten during the regular season. The national semi-final against Auburn proved to be Condon's toughest game of the tournament, failing to make a field goal and scoring just 1 point. But the mark of a great player is finding ways to contribute even when the shots aren't falling. Alex still managed to grab 4 rebounds, dish out 3 assists, and play solid defense as Florida pulled out a 79-73 victory to advance to the national championship game against Houston. Houston came out strong, building a 12-point lead by halftime, but Florida slowly chipped away at the deficit, in large part because of Condon's complete two-way performance. He finished with 12 points, 7 rebounds, and a championship game-high 4 steals. As the game entered its final minute, Florida trailed by a point.
Great help. Clayton over to Martin. He drives. Martin Baker, no. Foul call.
A careless foul by Houston gave the Gators the chance to take the lead at the free throw line. Houston had multiple chances to win it, but Condon's defense was a factor in first forcing a turnover with about 20 seconds left. And then, with just seconds remaining, he secured that loose ball that we saw at the beginning, diving on the floor to clinch Florida's first national championship since 2007.
1 second, and it's over! Florida is back on top of the college basketball world! Championship madness! It's a great day to be a Gator! They win the national title!
That championship performance caps off a remarkable sophomore season for Alex, who averaged 10.5 points, 7.6 rebounds, 2.3 assists, and 1.4 blocks a game, earning himself third-team All-SEC honors. Originally, Alex had a backup plan to join Collingwood in the AFL if his basketball dreams didn't pan out, but after his breakout season and championship heroics, NBA scouts have taken notice. Currently projected as a potential late first to second round pick in the 2025 NBA draft, Alex's stock could continue to rise during the pre-draft process. With his combination of size, mobility, shooting touch, and defensive instincts, he has the tools that modern NBA teams covet in big men. Alex joins an exclusive club as just the 6th Australian to win an NCAA men's basketball championship, and the first to actually play in the title game since 2004. Whether his next step is the NBA or another season at Florida, one thing is certain: Alex Condon has put himself and Australian basketball on the map with his championship performance. The kid from Perth who might have been playing AFL is now a national champion on college basketball's biggest stage, and his story is just beginning. Thanks for watching, catch ya later!